Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the Cuban Olive. Man, a new year, 2021, we are here giving you a new video from the Cuban Olive boys here in the Cuban Olive. I got my boys with me. I got my boy James that's here. What's happening, James?
Doing great, 2021. I'm happy to be here. I'm glad you guys are joining us, and we're gonna start it off with a bang.
On the run. You
Put it on and run.
I like that. And then we got my boy A-Train.
As you know, all the time, the biz man, you understand?
How you feeling, man? You
man,
feeling
I'm
good?
feeling like $1 million in 2021.
Oh, my God.
We get it in, and we're going to keep it on the run, you understand?
Keep it on the run.
Keep
You
it
know
on
what?
the run.
You know what? Today, I thought it would be a good subject, man, that I thought we should talk about. Because it's the beginning of the year.
It is.
I think it should be goal setting, because that's something that has helped me so much in my career to be a successful entrepreneur. Is goal setting. How do you guys feel about it? A-Train, how do you feel about goal setting? How important it is to you?
I think it's essential. If you don't have a plan, you can't understand where you're going. You can't even accept the fact that when you fail, you can't blame it on anybody other than yourself. So you got to have some kind of a roadmap or something to figure out what it is that you plan to determine as to how you're going to measure throughout your life at this time and the life to become.
I love it. I love James. That was cold right there. How do you feel about goals? How do you feel about goal setting?
If you don't have a goal, you will achieve it. 100%.
100%.
So if you think you want to achieve something in your life, whether that be family, whether that be business, and we all talk about business here, a certain amount of dollars that you want, you gotta have a plan for that. And you have to know exactly what you need to do to stay focused to get it done.
He said it. Yeah. That's the big thing. So that's what our subject is going to be about setting goals. But before I talk about that, what do you guys think about our New Year's Eve party?
Man, did we style out on them?
Clap clean.
Three, baby.
Oh, we was dope, man. And everybody.
Hey, Mr. Clean knew what it meant.
But everybody that came over, it was that fun, man. We had
so much fun.
The food
was great.
The camaraderie.
Oh my God.
The family, because we kept it close knit. Because that coronavirus ain't no joke.
No mask for the task, you understand?
That was an absolute awesome time, man, and I can't wait to see. And some of y'all, I showed you guys the pictures of that. Y'all seen it. We posted on Facebook, Instagram, all those things we posted on that stuff. But to actually be there was a blessing. It was a blessing. It was a blessing for us to be together.
You felt about being there. You saw brothers getting together with family, getting together with friends.
Yes.
And being safe at the same time.
Exactly.
Not only just me, you understand?
Us three. So listen, if you guys look, we're doing something big. We love what we're doing, and I hope you guys can appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe down below. Subscribe to our channel and check us out, man. And leave a comment. Give us a thumbs up. And if you want to, man, click that notification bell so you know when these videos are coming out, because we're giving knowledge. Our whole concept is we want to teach, inspire, motivate, those types of things, and have fun here at the Cuban Olive with me and my fellas. And we're going to have guest speakers here. So be ready for those guest speakers that's going to be coming to the Cuban Olive. So I think that's going to be a great thing that's going to happen. So make sure you check in with. There was a book, and I'm sure you guys I hope you've heard of this book. There's this guy that wrote a book. His name was Napoleon Hill, and it goes back eons, years and years and years, about how to become a success in life. And this book, I've read it over and over and over again, so I can understand how to be a success, because not everybody can be a success, because it takes work, right or wrong.
Yeah, but you got to plan in order to actually make the work that you want to see come into fruition be a part of what your action is for the future.
It has to. How do you feel about goals? And what Napoleon Hill, what he had to say about goal setting?
Read the book. You gotta really establish what you want in your goals. You gotta understand what your goals are. Whether that, to me, starts off with 6 figures. You gotta understand what that is and what you're going to give value to what you do that's going to bring that kind of money to you. If you want to lose weight, say, hey, this is a year of my life that I'm going to dedicate to this.
Wow.
And I'm just going to lose a pound a week.
Wow.
Before you know it, you're a new person at the end of 12 months.
And then determine what it is that you desire about what it is that you're going to actually give up and or implement to make it better for what it is that you plan to accomplish. Because if you don't have a plan, you primarily don't even understand what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Because unless, of course, you paint the picture and make it clear, you have no chance of acquiring anything that you want other than what you really plan not to acquire, which is zero.
That's exactly right. So you listen to what he just said. So James just said, if your goal is to make money, you got to have a definite amount of money you want to make.
Specific amount of money.
Yeah, exactly.
If you know if it's $100,000, you got to make $8,000 and some change on a monthly basis.
$8,333 a month. I know that, bro.
Now, if you know your item that you're selling is $400 or $500, break it into $8,333.
You figure how many you got to sell.
How many sales you have. So once you establish that in your life and your goals, you know you have a definitive start of a goal and a plan divided by 12 that's going to give you your year.
Perfect. Then determine what it is that you're going to give up to acquire what you want. I mean, you can put numbers out there, and numbers are basically just numbers if they're not worked out, and come up with a chemistry as to how you're going to make the money.
You mean I can't sit on Facebook for 6 hours?
Oh, no, you can't be on Facebook.
I got to give a Sports Center?
You got to put in, you got to put some skin in to win.
Yeah, there you go.
You understand?
But my Sports Center, you know that's...
No, you got to give it up. Because if you try, like he said, like what Alex said, if your goal is to make a certain amount of money, what value are you giving in order to make that money? What is your product? What is your what are you giving to people? Or if you're trying to lose weight, what are you giving up? Like we're talking about. Could they be giving up them Twinkies?
They could give up the Twinkies, they can give up the internet. But first and more
the ho-hos too.
And first and foremost, what you got to do is that you've got to have a game plan based on what is really achievable, realistic plans, realistic ideas, realistic sacrifices to acquire the desire that you want.
Exactly. And
not everybody desires to be better than what they are. They figure, hey, I've been doing what I've been doing. I've been praying for it. Yeah. But if you pray without putting in any kind of investment in what your prayer is, then guess what? Expect to get what you give.
Exactly, because you got to put the work in. And then when you got those things down, so you got to determine the amount of money or the weight loss. You got to determine what are you going to give in value or what are you going to give up if you're trying to lose weight. But then you got to also do something else. You got to put a date. You got to set a date to say, this is when I'm going to achieve this goal. You can't just say 2021, I'm going to have this amount of money. You got to have a specific date. October 29th, 2021, this is the amount of money I'm going to have in my bank account.
Be specific.
You got to be specific
picture,
about it.
Make it clear.
Exactly.
So you can hear for yourself.
So now you have this. So now you know the amount of money or the weight you want to lose. Now you have what you're going to do to get that money or what you're going to give up to get to that weight. And now you have a date when you're going to hit that goal. Now you got to put something in action. It's called a plan.
A plan.
Yes.
Your plan needs to be down to the date, to the hour, to the week, and to the month. And then you duplicate your plan. Once you start duplication of your plan, you get more value in who you are and what you bring to the table.
Love it. Love
because
it.
when you have value in what you do,
yes,
you have determination in what you do. When you have focus in what you do, you can't be stopped.
Yeah.
No matter what your goal is and what your plan is, guess what happens? You're gonna have naysayers.
Always, bro. Always.
The more naysayers you have, the more motivated you need to be.
Absolutely.
Because you're doing something outside of the norm, and those people, you probably don't need them in your life because you're doing the right things for you. And that's the most important thing you need to have.
Kick them to the curb.
Kick them to the curb like 2020. Kick them to the curb like 2020.
There you go.
Because what you put in it allows you to be able to get in it for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
What you put in it,
you can't, you can't win if you don't get in at some point in your life. You got to basically take a moment and write down your plan of action.
There you go, right there. You just said it. You just said it. Write down. He said put your plan together, and you just said it. Write your plan. Expand on that. I like that.
What I mean by that is taking a moment to invest in whatever it takes in order for you to acquire what it is you want and to implement it in a sense in which it's simultaneously done with a commitment of truth to you and your mission. Because a mission without truth and without preparation, you can acquire anything by doing nothing. What are you gonna get from nothing? Nothing.
And put a pen to pad.
That's what. Yeah, exactly.
Write it down.
Write it down, like you said. That's what you
see it on a consistent basis on what you need to review. Turn off Sports Center and read what your goals are.
Turn off what you call too.
PlayStation.
Housewives of Atlanta. Yeah, Housewives and all that little stuff that you watching.
They're getting paid for every episode that you watch.
Oh, and they love it.
You didn't make any revenue from watching them act a fool on television.
They wrote their goals down.
They wrote their goals
to have so many people have y'all watching them so they can get them in.
They want to be on TV and they want you to watch it so they can get paid their money.
I love it. That's
sometimes you got to bleed to read. You understand? So in other words, if you give up football, it's gonna hurt like dirt.
Hold on, dog. Hold on. I gotta give up the Bears.
You got to give up.
Oh Lord. Well, lucky it's towards the end of the season, so
yeah. Hey, now you can grow back your hair like you was trying.
Oh no, that's possible.
All the time that you was actually not even near, but you was using there.
He said you weren't near, you using there. I need to write that down, man. I need to write that down. But that's perfect, man. So listen to what was being said here. He's saying this is what James said. You got to put that plan together. Now you got to put that plan together.
Yes, you do.
And A-Train, Alex is saying, you got to write it down. You got to write your plan down. What are you going to do to achieve what you're trying to hit, that goal you're trying to hit? You got to write it down. But guess what? You write it down, you can't put that little note that you put there and just set it to the side, put it under your notebooks, put it in your car, put it in the cupboard, put it whatever. You got to read that statement.
I'll get back to that later. I got to see Ghost, what they did on the last episode.
Yeah, oh yeah. See, that ain't going to help you get it.
Not at all.
It's hard to achieve success, but if you follow these principles we're talking about, you have the possibilities of achieving that. And the last thing you want to do when you do all these things that we talked about, you plan, you write it down. Now you got to read it aloud twice a day, in the morning and before you lay to rest. You read those goals. It's something that happens, right or wrong, fellas.
Keep it in your mind.
When you read it before you go to bed, instead of looking at those TV shows or whatever, the last thing you want to do is read your goals before you lay to rest. The last thing that you do, and I don't know, all y'all stuff y'all do at night with you and your partner, whatever, after that. After that.
Now you can think and grow rich, and you can be prepared for the test, and then you can actually kick back and rest.
And then go to bed, and that's on your mind, because it's all subconscious, bro.
Subconscious. I'm telling you, you will find yourself. It'll be so funny. So you're with your significant other.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you talking in your sleep, but you talking your goal. She said, I can't believe you said you trying to make $1 million.
See what I'm saying?
You got to get in it to win it.
Get in it to win it. But it's in your head subconsciously. Everything you do will drive you that way. And then you will start to attract what you see as perceptions for your goals to you.
Yeah. That's true.
And once that happens, you can't be stopped.
The universe is listening.
Always.
You put out into the universe, you put positive information out to the universe will give you positive back. You put negative into the universe, you get negative information, negative vibes, negative into you. So
in other words, what we're all saying is if you want it, you got to own it.
There you go, baby. There you go.
And if you have faith, you can't be stopped.
I love it, man. I like the end with that. That was cool.
Yeah, you have faith. You can't
be fellas,
stopped.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Let's reach our goals. Salute.
Happy New Year.
To the Cuban Olive, to our people out there listening to us, I hope you pay attention to this stuff because it's hard work. You got to get after it. Put your goals together, make it happen because you deserve it. You deserve to be top of your game.
But you always have a phrase. You say, on my way to the top because it's crowded.
Yeah, I always say that. You're right. You're right.
Go ahead.
I always say that. I like, let's go, man. I like that.
You understand me?
I be like, this is what I say. I see you at the top because it's way too crowded at the bottom. See you next time on the Cuban Olive.
And subscribe. Ring that bell so you don't have to be the only one that's going through hell. Peace! To the Middle East.
Yeah, man, the Middle East.